Hey y'all, it's Margo from the Just Living Life Homestead. I wanted to drop in. I haven't done a video for a little while. I wanted to give you a few updates and let you see what's going on here at the homestead, our home, and what we got going on. Let's take a look. And yes, we are going to have babies in about 20 days. I set this incubator up yesterday, day before yesterday, and let it come to temperature. The temperature you need it to be is that 99.5. I used the Nurture Right 360, and yes, the humidity, which says 68, is a little bit higher than it probably should be, but I do have my vents open right here. They have a vent that can open and shut. And then here, and my room is a little off balance, so I wanted to make sure the water went in and stayed in like it needed to be. So I stuck a little box of pudding there. And right here, you put water in. And then in the last 3 days, you take this one off and continue to add water so you can raise the humidity up so it's closer to the 75 range. And you keep it at that. Now I do have an automatic turner with this. It automatically turns them. I put an X on top of them all. This is basically a barnyard mix, so I have no idea, no clue what I'm getting from this, but I am so excited because the people that had the eggs literally had boxes, nest boxes full of eggs. I mean, just busting out of the seams. They're laying every day. They're all healthy and happy, and I cannot wait to share this with y'all as this continues to progress. And this particular incubator does have a light here that you can check your eggs. And we're gonna move like this, so look how bright that is. So it's so you can check your eggs, and I usually do a few at a time and then let the temperature come back to normal, and then I'll do a few more and let it return back to the normal temperature, and so on. And we will do that, or I will take half the eggs out and we'll do a check on all of them, put them back in, let it normalize, and then do the other half so I can show y'all, share with y'all the viability of these eggs, which ones are going to have chicks in them and which ones aren't. Now I am on my back porch. Now, as you can tell, we have a half door here. We had a puppy, and the puppy figured out how to get out, so we had to put a nearly 4-foot door up to hook it to keep him from getting off the back porch when we were gone, because if not, he tore everything up. And here we have a double curtain because it gets really, really cold back here. Really cold. Now, some of you might be surprised to be able to see that this is also my seed starting area. So let's go take a look at what we have growing. I do believe I showed you before when I was starting them. That was like at the end of February. I have not started my tomatoes. I have not started my peppers yet. I have to readjust my table or get another couple shelves so that way I can actually put them up like this with the lights, because I have at least 3 or 4 more lights that I can put up. But I also have the actual, you can tell, you know, you see we have this light up here, but most of the light that's coming in here is from the windows over there and from the way the windows are behind these plants. So you see I have one of these, I guess they're emergency blankets, and it protects the seeds a little bit from the blistering cold from outside. These are my babies, and we have what do we have over here? You know, I have forgotten what I planted, and I'm still not sure because I don't see my container for it. But I was thinking it was, I know these are kohlrabi right here, and I don't know if, let's see if I can turn the light on so you can see better. How they're coming up there. No, there's not many. There's some right there also. And then I have, what are these? These are Brussels sprouts that we have growing, peeping up there. You can see my little babies coming up. It's so very exciting. They've been up for a couple days now. And one of these days I will find the thing that says what my plants are on this side. And I will let you know. But as you can tell, I do have a lot coming up. They are coming up, and you can tell that the light here is not really, you know, it's not ultra bright. Let you see how I have it set up here. So it balances back and forth. That's why I need to get the shelving in here. But it works for what I have. Do with what you have. It'll work for you. Trust me. It'll work. We have Calabrese broccoli here. Aren't these so pretty? I love broccoli. Now the regular broccoli has not came up. Bellstar, none of those have actually come up yet. I'm hoping they do. If not, I'm going to plant some more seeds and see. And here we have beets. Let's see, there we go. Babies. There's a bunch of them right here coming up. And right here and here. And let's see, where are they? I'm sorry, it's hard to see sometimes. Look, there they're sprouting through. Had to bring them in, get a little closer. Isn't that gorgeous? New life popping up. And then I don't think I have any cauliflower coming up yet. I was looking to see, but I don't think, no, nothing yet. But as you can tell, it's very simple setup. It's a couple of grow lights, and honestly, you could use lights like these. This is what I used for my herb plants over the winter. I have this one here. Now, of course, it is dry, but it will come back. It has dried down. I will cut it all the way down. And this one here is Be My Honey lavender. And I'll just cut it down, put it outside, water it, and it will pop right back up. I have another one right here, and it is Look at the growth. And it's cold out here. It is not warm. They're not getting the snow on them, but it's still cold. And this in here, for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was. I had to cut it back because it was so tall. It had grown up, and it actually did not start dying out until about a month ago, if that. And it's just because it got so chilly back here. Now, this in here, I think I'm going to lose it because it's starting to die. There's plenty of liquid in there, but I just think it's a little bit too chilly for it. It lasted all winter, and it even started having some peppers. Isn't that something? But I just don't think it's going to make it. I'm going to set it outside in the next day or two and see if it'll come back, but I'm not really sure. And then this here is my chocolate basil and my zesty orange, my chocolate mint. That's what that one is there. It's chocolate ganache mint. And then this one is zesty orange mint. As you can tell, they're beautiful growth coming up. The chocolate ones literally do smell like chocolate. And I have them in one of the self-watering containers. I made them myself. You put holes about 4 inches up from the bottom. You put bottles or containers in the bottom to just take up the space down here. You put a tube down, and I used creamer bottles, and then put a hole down in the bottom where the water would come in and go out to the bottom and fill the bottom area up. This is some cheap landscape fabric, and I lined it going all the way down to this right here. Put the soil in it, and I put water in it, and I let it go. And it's a self-waterer. It's about as cheap as you can go. I got these containers. I cut the lid out. Got this probably from either a Dollar Tree or Dollar General, something like that. Everything, I did it as cheap as I could do it. And I have a bunch of containers that I'll be showing you over here in a couple weeks that I'm going to show you that are self-watering containers that are like these, 5-gallon, and they will be, you'll be able to tell from start to finish. I'm going to grow some tomatoes in them, and I'm going to grow some peppers and whatnot, and we'll just have to see what I got, because I got a lot of seeds I want to get started, and I still got to start my lettuce and my peas and quite a few others. And I should have started probably a week or two ago for a lot of these, but it's just the way it is. I wanted to show you also, this is part of the back porch. My plants are over there. The ducks, of course, are out there. This window here, very thin. Very thin. And the one over there is also thin. This is also our back porch where we store a lot of stuff, and laundry room, and I'm still able to get my plant starts going. But I just wanted to do a quick video and show you a little bit of what's going on around here. Getting very exciting. My onions and garlic are outside. I will show you those next video. They are doing well. My onions aren't doing as well as I'd like them to, but let's hope that next 2 or 3 days are going to be chilly, and then after that the weather's going to pick up again. So let's hope that, it's going to do something and pick up and give them a little bit more life with the extra warm weather. I do want to put a note that for my plants back there, they are seeds. I started them in cups that have holes in the bottom, so I water feed them from the bottom. I put the water in those containers, and all those cups are actually from last year when I started seeds. And so these are things that you can buy and use them multiple times. You know, you don't have to say, oh God, I'm going to have to restart and buy everything brand new. No. Use what you have with what you have as much as you can, and use your imagination. You know, I am going to attempt to use some other containers I have around here to try growing a few other types of single-rooted plants. You know, I'm also going to get my carrots going, which they may not be able to come to the full length of them. I'm hoping they will before it gets too hot. Because like I said, this next week is supposed to get really pretty in the 60s. Nighttime temperatures for the next couple of days are going to be in the 30s. So, you know, we'll see. We're still in March, so we still have a chance of having some chilly evenings, which will really help make the carrots taste sweeter and help them grow to their full fruit instead of bolting. And I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed, that they won't bolt, you know, once it starts having really, really nice weather. And I'm sure it's going to start pretty soon. And for now, I do believe that is going to be all. I do have a video that I'm going to be doing on a planter that my daughter got for Christmas. I have not done that yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to be growing some different things like lettuces and peas and other ones like that in there. And then I'm going to do a whole lot of self-watering containers out front. And then from there we'll see if we get our property or not, and if we haven't gotten it by probably April or 1st of May, then we're probably going to start planting in the ground. And that's going to be lots of fun. We got a lot that we're wanting to put into the garden. We have corn and melons and a good bit of tomatoes, but we were figuring somewhere between 12 and 24 plants for the two of us for what we go through. We canned tomatoes 2 years ago, and we're just finishing those tomatoes. And we canned a lot. We had canned a lot. And I would like to be able to say that whatever we can this year, and then we can again next year, that we'll still be eating on that, or be able to have 2 years worth and then go ahead and stock up. So we're always going to have an extra year or two. So maybe in 5 or 10 years, we're going to have enough canned goods that we won't need to worry about doing any canning for several years. Then again, we just have to see as the days and years go through. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for watching my videos, showing me love and support. I want to thank you for any comments that you ever leave for me. And all comments are encouraged, good and bad, because I can take criticism. And if you don't like something I've done or the way I've done it, or you have questions about it, please ask them in the comments. I also have an email associated with this account, so if you have questions about when to start growing something, or how to grow something, or you just want some advice, I will do what I can. I'm not an expert. I am far from an expert, but I have been doing gardening since I was 5. And this is just something that comes natural to me. Being in front of a camera has not been natural, but I wanted to be able to have this, to be able to show my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren that you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm not here to be a superstar, to have millions of fans or friends. If I get them, great. Thank you so much for being here and watching, and I'm so honored that you believe in what I have to say is important enough to watch and leave comments for, or like the videos. I'm honored and blessed by you taking the time out to be here. So for now, thanks for being here. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Come back and watch some more. I'll be back soon. Thanks. Bless y'all for now. Bye.